Right, guys, welcome back to another episode. We might as well start off with West Ham because we turned up, I think, against Ipswich. 4-1.
I called it, mate. I said before the game when we were on about predictions between us, I was like 3-1. I'm happy.
I think we need to all ground ourselves as well because I said this to you on Thursday, didn't I? It's like, it is Ipswich.
It is Ipswich, right? But Ipswich have been playing good football.
At home.
But
not necessarily away.
With our crap we played against Brentford today, fair enough. Obviously, we got the first goal really quick, and then they equalised just as quick. But we had like a rough 10 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then after that, we just took control. We took the reins.
Couple of individuals to look at. I think Ariana needs shot. He needs dropped. I'm sorry. He had one good save, I think, in the second half, but the goal, it ain't. I don't think you think it's a good shot. I don't think it's a good shot. I think the save's horrendous. I don't know what you think.
Keeper should get more of his body behind it. He needs to get a stronger hand. It can't. His wrist can't just fold like that and let the ball fold under.
He's still showing weakness playing out from the back, but I don't know. But with West Fotheringham being signed, I don't know if we actually have a keeper that can do it because Fab didn't look comfortable when he was played.
No,
I think he's past it.
Yeah, Fab's past it. He'll be gone next season.
Emerson wasn't tested, so there's still the jury out on him because after Brentford, I didn't want him to play this week, but he did.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka looked so good.
Right still, didn't he, for 15 million now?
Do you know what, right? I think it proves that it's that United team because, quite honestly, for us, he's been solid at the back. He's been grabbing the ball. He's been controlling it.
Good going forward as well.
Yeah, he lifts his head up and he just goes.
Yeah.
Him and Bowen on that right-hand side, you can the weakness that we had with Kufal, where you could see Bowen's always checking over his shoulder to see whether there's space behind him. Instead, now he knows Aaron's there, so he just goes, screw it, grabs the ball, and he just bombs forwards.
I just to watch with that though, because Bowen likes to get forward and kind of stays forward. Wan-Bissaka, when he joined United, he was doing what he was doing now, getting forward and getting back. But there would come a time where he'll lose the ball and he just can't get back.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is
that massive gap in behind
that back four right now picks itself. I think bar Emerson. Emerson's the only question mark on. Jean-Claire Tobido, by the way, for the last two games, I think he's consecutive player of the matches. Kilman had an all right game. He's at that level now where he just
consistent.
Yeah,
he knows his job and he sticks to it. I agree with you with Tobido because I didn't know who he was before.
No,
and I tell you what, he's been getting people in his pocket.
I'd like to see what Crest can do, but not against Spurs. Spurs is not the one in 2 weeks.
No, not at all.
To try that. Midfield, I think, picks itself as well now. Unfortunately, Souček scoring goals and actually he looked decent yesterday.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time, he looked like he could actually play football.
Yeah,
because he was actually stringing passes together. But I don't think it should take us getting 2-1 up or 3-1 up for him to just sit there and go, "Well, I'm actually going to play now."
See, yesterday you could see when we scored one, we sat back a little bit, we conceded, and then when we scored the second one, we came out in the second half, we went for them, and that was the difference. You said that. Is you can see the pressure in the final. I mean, Souček should have had one. Kudu should have had another. Mm-hmm. I think Kudu's actually probably should have had another two, actually. Yeah. It's like, it could have easily been 5-6.
Yeah, and I think, like, I know everyone's going to say, oh, it's Ipswich, but confidence-wise, it's going to do us a world of favour. Because Kudus needs that. He's not been amazing the last couple of games.
What does he need to do to score, though? Some of the plays that he done yesterday.
See, the goals that he did score, on another given day, you're not scoring them. It just so happened that, like the Paqueta one.
The Antonio one, I'd agree. The Paqueta one's a back post, driven ball.
But it's went through two players. One small deflection.
Happened today.
It's two like a small deflection. It's not going to Paqueta.
No,
it's not a goal. The Kudus one, where he's headed in, could arguably if it's an Ipswich player.
Yeah, but the touchdown goes in most days.
You know what? You have to take the chances when it is your given day.
That Souček one goes in if there's anyone bar Souček.
Well, yeah.
Right.
When he's in front of goal, he mucked about a bit too much at his feet, and he should have just.
If you're pressing with 4 people in your opponent's box, and you've got it, and you've got a man to your left.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right, you have to give it.
I was screaming when watching it, Gav. I know. I was screaming when watching it.
You have to. Yeah. It's criminal that you don't. If he scored, you can kind of give forgiveness.
He's on goal scoring form.
Yeah, but he didn't score.
No. What I mean is, right now he's a goal scoring form player that we have in. I was saying it's to Ben last week against Brentford. You know you're in trouble when when you haven't quite sorted everything out in the team when you still rely on one centre midfielder to score your goals.
Yeah.
The good thing was, I thought, was all of the front three had goal involvement yesterday. Mm-hmm. Paqueta needed a goal. Fuck me, Paqueta needed a goal. And it's all ready now. You get into the international window, a lot of players haven't been picked. Look at Bowen, Wan-Bissaka, Kilman, Tadibo. Emerson hasn't been picked. Most of the midfield hasn't been picked. So you look at it and you go, oh, we've got 2 weeks to still bed in this way of playing football. Because I think at times you see it, the way that we're trying to play, but sometimes it's so clunky. Like we always, the trend right now is we don't start quick.
Yeah, it's been the last couple of games, isn't it, where we've kind of taken a good 10, 15 minutes to just try and get moving.
And I know the argument might be, well, we scored within 50 seconds, but genuinely, no other team in the Premier League can see the goal like that.
It came from Ipswich.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No of it. I mean, you're giving Antonio 6 yards in the box, and I don't think he's a very clinical striker, but anyone can score that at the Premier League level.
And also, after we did score, we conceded 9 on straight away, and then for the next 10 minutes after that, they were kind of all over us.
Yeah.
So I'll give you your dues. I agree. I do think we started off really slow, even though we got the first goal within a minute.
Didn't see a lot of Guilherme, whatever his name is. Didn't see a lot of him. Somerville came on, still impressed me, by the way. I want to see a way of trying to get Bowen, Paqueta, Kudus, Fulkrug and Somerville in a team. I don't know how you do it. I don't know if you can do it. If you do it, it's going to be one holder and Kudus and Paqueta in midfield. And I think the front 3 of Somerville, Fulkrug and Bowen, and that is a killer front 5. But it's whether the back 4's trusted. And right now, I don't know if it is, because Ipswich should have had another one with that Greaves free header. Yeah. You can't get a free header 2 yards away from the box. And Aaron had a class save that second half as well.
Mm-hmm. Going back to what you're saying, you can't. For me, you don't play Somerville in the starting 11. The games he's impressed me most is when he's coming in off the bench.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
When the defence that he's running up against is leggy. Not saying that that's the only way he can perform, but that's the best I've seen him in a West Ham.
He was very good against Bournemouth, in the EFL Cup. I don't know if you watched that.
I watched the game and I wasn't overly impressed, but I wasn't saying he was shit either.
The problem is right now is you've got Kudus on the left wing, and he still looks like he's trying to bed in on that side because he just hasn't. From what I understand, at least when he played at Ajax, he didn't play left wing.
No.
And it's a new position. You can see it's a new position.
He sort of played in that central, calm.
He's quality there.
Free roam.
That 10 behind the striker is quality under there. Mm-hmm. He's played there a bit last season. He's unreal. 12th, I think we are. Level with Man United on goal difference. Are we worried yet?
No. I've seen all this crap online about, look careful what you wish for from our own fans.
Was it a pressure game yesterday then?
No.
I mean,
well, apparently Lopetegui was under pressure. I didn't think he was, but Lopetegui was apparently under pressure.
I don't think he is. I think it's the beginning of a new season. He's a new manager. He's trying to implement a new way of playing. A lot of the players have probably still got a hangover from Moyes, and he's.
Is that what it is? Because we were on about this actually yesterday. Is that what it is? Do you see that when you watch us play? Right, there's clearly is there a difference? Well, I'll ask for a neutral point of view. Is it a different way of playing football?
What from under Moyes? Yeah, the start of the season, first couple of games, it was a different identity. He then slowly started to regress back into the way that you expect West Ham to play under Moyes. And then against Ipswich, he went back to the first couple of games of the season where there was nothing like Moyes. So it's kind of flip-flopping back in between, but it depends who's in that squad.
I genuinely think
he's always flip-flopping who's that midfield.
Yeah, that is a quality shout. That is one thing we haven't nailed down yet. Because I have rated this Rodriguez since coming in.
Yeah.
But I don't think he plays. I don't think he can play a solo holder in that position. No. But you can't get Suchek out of the team right now because he's winning you games or he's getting you points.
Yeah. I think Alvarez would have to be the single holder, wouldn't he?
No, I don't trust him.
No,
he commits as many.
He runs through too much. Yeah, he runs through people too much. Joe would be really good actually if we managed to do something like what an Arsenal do and manage to put someone into left back that can play left back but also can play almost like an inverted centre mid.
Like Zinchenko. So
yeah,
have him.
Because the thing is, that would sort it then, because you could actually have Guaido, Kudus, and Paqueta,
it's easy for you to say.
And your left back coming into midfield, and then you just let Kudus have free run.
Yeah. I'm interested. Obviously Fulkrug's had more injury problems, and I want to see the boy play a fair 60 minutes. I just want to see what he can do.
But with 5 points above the relegation zone. I don't think when you look at the opposition we've played, we've nearly had every single London derby. We're 2 left, I think. We're Arsenal and Tottenham, which Tottenham's obviously when we come back for the international break, and Arsenal's I think at the end of November. We've had every London derby. We played Man City. We played Villa. We pretty much played all the top six. I'm not trying to make an excuse for Lop, but what I think really is kind of skewed is that the people that think Moyes should have 4 years and more time, but then Lopetegui's trying to, all right, maybe not evolve, that's the wrong way, but completely change the way this team plays. And what, after 7 games, we're saying that he ain't the one?
No, the stuff that's coming up online saying be careful what you wish for and then getting him, like, get Lop out, there's no change and stuff like that. They're not watching the games because offensively, we what was it yesterday? I think we had 63% possession.
Yeah, we dominated the midfield.
I would love to see the last game where David Moyes had 63% possession. To guarantee it weren't us, I can't remember the last time over the last maybe 4 years where we've had 60% possession. In all honesty, it's a load of crap. For me, you give him at least a season and a half.
I said to Gav on Wednesday or Thursday, this is the Lopetegui game. For me, the Brentford one was a big one at half time. When he took Kudus off, I think everyone was sitting there. We were watching it, obviously, sitting there going, if this backfires now, by the way, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Because if you put off technically your starboy and we end up losing even further, that's done. I think you've just completely...
The change worked.
Yeah. And then you've gone into the Ipswich game. That's what I said to you. If depending on what your goals are for the season, you beat this Ipswich team and you beat them comfortably.
Yeah.
It's not in a diggy way to Ipswich, but there's a reason why all 3 teams that got promoted the season before got relegated.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those where, like, looking at how we're playing now compared to how we played previously, we're so much better. I genuinely, when we go a goal down, if we go a goal down now, it's fair enough. We have conceded quite a bit. I'm not actually that worried.
That's the worry, and I get that worry because I'm not particularly happy about it. The centre back situation isn't brilliant. The goalkeeper isn't brilliant. The left back and the centre mid configuration. I'm not worried about the centre midfields, but the centre midfielders configuration still under work. I think because I think probably the Rodriguez, Souček, and Paqueta will become a That's the
Guaido's been class. I've got no issues with Guaido. What have you looked up?
The people that are saying the Lopetegui's under pressure, look at the table now.
Yeah.
You're 3 points behind 8th.
Yeah, I know.
5 points behind Newcastle in 7th.
This is what
you're not Wolves, who's on 1 point.
I say
you know what I mean.
Do you know what this reminds you of, right? When I wanted Moyes out, I don't even remember the season. I don't think it was last season, the season before, when we went to Forest, got beat 1-0, and we were like the longest team in the top 5 leagues not to get a win and not to register a win. And I want him out. I'm done. Yeah. There was reasons behind the losses, but we just don't look competitive.
No.
At least every single game. And I know, you cite the 5-1 Liverpool. We were there in December last year. Yeah. That was a completely different shade of game. Same result, but different game.
The difference between the Moyes Liverpool result and the Lopetegui Liverpool result is we actually looked fairly dangerous against Liverpool, I would say. Fair enough, we made a couple of mistakes, and I'll give us that. And then
the handball, the penalty, and the red card makes the difference.
Yeah. Whereas the Moyes game, we were just crap.
So we're overall happy with him then. Is that what you're saying?
Genuinely, I obviously a couple more results. I could be happier. A couple better results. I would have preferred to beat Brentford, but the change worked at half time, so I can't complain because my biggest gripe last season, if anyone watched, was the fact that
we're going to get
Moyes just never made any changes. Whereas it's half time, you've taken Mohamed Kudus off, which is arguably one of our best players at the moment, and it's worked.
Yeah, and as well, he
perfectly.
Do you know what I liked as well? It was an early sub, but it wasn't a like for like sub. It was I've changed something.
Yeah,
because I said that when he came out, I went, Saleh's coming on for Kudus. How's that going to work then? And I love that, by the way. I love when a sub comes on, you have no idea what he's done. As long as it works. If it doesn't work, then I'm a bit...
Yeah, if you're sitting there scratching your head going...
Like when Ten Hag brings on 2 centre-backs when they're drawing or needing a win or whatever. But no, I'm not worried yet. And after Spurs today, I'm not particularly worried about them. And I might live to regret that. But
I think seeing how absolutely diabolical Spurs were...
They are at the back.
Do you know what it is, right? Mickey van der Ven, on his own, he's an unreal centre-back. But that system just doesn't work. I don't know whether it's Udogi, I don't know whether it's Romero, but something about that back four. They'd like
it's not the back four. It's not the back four. No, it's not the back. I don't think it is the back four. Genuinely, It's the fact that you've got. Do you remember? Was it 2 years ago when Liverpool didn't have a holding midfielder at all, and they kept on coming to a question about Van Dijk being that good?
Yeah.
And you have no protection
last year,
in.
was it not?
Or was it? You have no protection in that centre mid.
Mm.
And Bentancur, as good as he is, he's an 8. He's not a 6.
Yeah, no.
And you needed. I think you needed Basuma, Bentancur, and either Madison or Kulusevski.
You need either Basuma or Papsa in that starting squad.
Yeah, because Papi Sarr's just legs, isn't he? He will just chase it. I think I agree. When we were watching the game, Ange and I like him as a manager. I liked him at Celtic. I think he played good football, but he didn't. When you lose, like you're already 2-0 up. They've conceded 1, right? Okay, you change something tactically. You don't have to make a sub straight away.
My thing was, it wasn't actually the fact that they conceded. I was saying this to when we were watching it. It was how obvious it was what Brighton were doing.
Well, it's the fact that after the second one, for me, you have to make a change.
Spurs have a really almost like a really early step up point, and you can see it. Romero got caught out of it 3 times. If you pass it into your striker, Romero automatically fucking magpies the striker. And you pass it back out, go down the wing, and he's out of position.
Yeah.
Leicester done it. Newcastle's done it. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The only thing I don't like about Ange is the fact that he just doesn't change the way he plays. Ever.
It was like the first goal went in, and you went, it's alright. It didn't really do an awful lot in the first half. This won't amount to anything. Second one went in, it's alright. Still got Madsen and Solanke. Still got players to come off the bench. Third goal went in. It was just sort of like,
Oh well.
Yeah.
it was like, oh shit's happened.
Yeah.
I'll bring an 18-year-old on to try and save it.
You know what I mean? It was like,
Don't get me wrong. Hats off to Mickey Moore because he did give it a go. The couple of times he got the ball, he did it. I'll give him his dues. I think he did all right.
Yeah.
For a youngster with a team that, not going to lie, after they conceded the second one, they looked defeated.
it could have been more.
Yeah.
In the last 5 minutes alone,
Yeah.
Brighton had about 3 counter-attacks and had 3 men to the 1. And they still didn't score.
Well,
it
it's when
could
they
have
had
ended
5
up
men on the
5-3.
I would like to see what Spurs fans are thinking now, because obviously we watched it with a Spurs fan who isn't here, by the way. We try to get him on. I don't think they'll mind losing. I think they'll mind firstly bottling Leeds. I don't mean to sound that like, oh yeah, Spurs bottling it, but bottling Leeds 2-0 up at half time. Sorry, you seal that game away, especially when they've got some of the injuries that they've got.
That's when you bring Basuma on. That's when you bring someone on just to sit in front of the defence.
And the third one is I could be wrong, but I don't think they've won a London derby at home since Andrew's come since last year.
Yeah, and that didn't settle with us, did it? Let's be honest. When last year when we conceded against Palace,
and the problem is that all right, Arsenal this year they look competitive. Last year they're 3-0 down at half time.
Yeah,
it's. I like him. I just don't know if he's the man. I don't know if Spurs have. Not going to say facilities, but you know what I mean. Don't have that.
If you go back and watch the end of the game where the players go over to the fans and clap them, he stood in like the centre circle. Me and Ben said it. He looked so either bewildered,
lost,
or just done.
Yeah. No, do you know what it looks? If you zoom that out, I could be almost wrong, but if you zoom that out, he was actually looking at the players in front of the fans. And I genuinely think he's looking at the players going, how am I getting this team transitioned into something that's challenging for top 4? Because right now, I'm not going to be horrible. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea, all look better than them.
Villa are better than them.
Why?
Villa, sorry, yeah.
Why did Basuma and Papsa not start? What's he resting them for?
I don't know.
We go international break next. If they go out international, okay, fine, whatever.
Bentancur has the legs to be a sole pivot. I do agree with that. And you've got two centre backs that can recover. But when you actively focus on that period in the second half, you need to just. And he was literally the goals didn't come from the centre, so it's going to look like that wasn't the problem. But they started in the centre. It caught you off, and it caught the transition.
Midfield. Like the midfield was non-existent. They cut through, and then after that, like you said, they just laid it off either side, and they ruined the back 4.
Another reason for bringing Basuma on is he just breaks up play.
Yeah, he's brilliant at it.
Fair enough, he does get a few yellow cards and bookings and stuff.
But a 2-1 gaff, you need it.
He fouls to break up and go, you know what, they're getting a bit of momentum. I'll get a wee kick on the ankle here, and then they're not getting the counter.
No,
you know what I mean. That's what they needed.
Do you think they're confident against us when they come back? Because Son's back apparently, I think, and so's Richarlison. So they've technically got a full whack.
No, because
Is it the most? Sorry, 2 cents. Is it the most 50-50 game? West Ham Spurs game in a while.
No, I'd say we're favourites.
You've just summed up what I think the result's going to be. I think it'll be a draw.
Yeah,
I think you'll both nullify each other.
So I think it'll be a total basketball game. I think we'll give Outsuit hella chances. I think they'll give hella proper chances.
I think they'll get chances like the Newcastle game. They'll whip the ball in a lot. But the reason I'm not scared of Son coming back is because Newcastle, he was useless, mate.
Yeah, but he scores against us.
He does score against us, but what I mean is, him and Kulusevski were putting in balls left, right, and centre, and no one managed to hit the target. No one. Fair enough, Solanke's back now, but in all honesty, mate, no, I quite honestly think that we'd go in as the favourites at the moment because they've been.
Well, I don't know their favourites. I'm not scared of them.
No.
And I'd always say a London derby can throw up anything. I mean, God, it could be like that Chelsea Spurs game where it's like 5-1 and 2 men get sent off. I would like to guess who it is because we'll check the side. If Alvarez is playing, it's probably us. But no, I'm not scared of them. Son always scores. Always fucking scores. But all I'm saying is, I said this to the Spurs fan last week, is that if you got that much height in the West Ham team, they are soft as shit on crosses and corners, and you need to be punishing that every single time you get a chance.
Well, the height doesn't even seem to matter. Kudus, he's got springs in his boots. So it'll be an interesting game. But I genuinely think I think we'll beat them. I don't think we'll lose.
I think it'll be a draw. I'm sticking with it. Don't get me wrong. I think in the game it will go end to end. I think there'll be times where you're pressured into your own box and you're kind of waiting to get that break.
Do you know the only good thing is their stronger side is our stronger side defensively because Wan-Bissaka's side.
I think they'll null each other out.
Yeah, you might be right.
I do. I think both of you have your own way of playing.
I'd like to see Bowen up front.
Could just cancel each other out.
Yeah, well, I think Fulkrug will be fit because he's not going to Germany apparently, so he'll be fit most likely. I don't think he'll play 90 minutes, and if Antonio's anything like he was against Ipswich, hopefully that does him a favour.
Well, you've said it for the past however long. Spurs can't handle fucking corners or set pieces or anything.
No.
So you put a 6 foot, whatever he is, monster in the middle of the 6-yard box. Get that ball into his head.
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this while watching the Spurs game. I don't think I've seen. You're not going to like this. I don't think I've seen a softer team set piece wise than you lot about 3 years back.
Oh, we were shocking.
When it was just everything in that box. It was like, do you know what it is? When Spurs, it's like they're trying to kick a flaming ball. They're just like scared of it. And Vicario sitting there, and he's like, "What are you flapping down for, mate? You're the ones getting hysteric."
But it's also the fact that
jumps.
Romero and Udogie gave away a free header. So the biggest problem is, like you said,
no, that's Romero and Porro on that side. Sorry,
But Souček's on. It's his bread and butter.
He just got done on a 1-on-1.
Yeah, but it's his bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
they
whip the ball in.
Anything. They barely contest anything in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think they'll change. I think they'll go Bentancur and Basuma in midfield against us. The only reason why is we aren't very quick, and that is completely fair. But I think if they go the same midfield that they did against Brighton, physically, we've done them. And then luckily you've got the pace in the wings this week. Might as well go on to Arsenal, because, I mean, you know. How much are you squeaking your ass when you fucking conceded 1-0?
I wasn't happy. I was not happy. I put a prediction out on our TikTok beforehand. I was so close. I think you can see it. I was going to say 3-1. I went, nah, I cannot. I have a bit of faith in Ryan. I have a bit of faith in the defence. It's 3-0. But I really want to say 3-1 because I knew Southampton always seems to do it. They bet us. What was it? 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
That was the start of the downfall when obviously we were on top of the league and then we weren't. Enough of that. Yeah, we can see. It's fair enough. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
We're never there, mate. We have to have a joke at some point.
Yeah, I was going to say we have to poke fun.
You know, Southampton always have that, and I said they're always dangerous. They might not play the best football. They might not be on the best form, but they know how to make a game gritty. They really do. And
is it anyone's fault, that goal?
Well, Cameron Archer's. Trying to think.
Because I don't think
Sterling's.
it is. Oh, right.
No, you can't go down that easy.
Oh, yeah,
And
there's
the
no
th-
way it's
And
a
the thing
foul.
is, he's stayed down.
You know why he's gone down.
He's fucking.
He's gone down hoping that the ref goes, oh, look, 10 seconds later, oh, actually, I'll tell you what, we'll put it back.
You know what it reminded me of? When we played Man United a few seasons back and Gabriel Martinelli scored, but it got pulled back because Martin Odegaard touched Eriksen and it got given as a foul.
Right.
We all said then
Yes,
it's
okay.
not a foul.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're saying that is a foul on Sterling.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
You
not.
can't have it
No,
both
it's
ways.
just not.
Personally, I don't think either was a foul. It was
No.
very light touch.
No.
Don't get me wrong, there was no touch on the ball, but there's barely any touch.
Do you know the only thing that shows, though, is if you break your press, that ball over the back does work sometimes. Because Saliba wasn't in the wrong, by the way. That is just one of the risks of having a really high line. Is Saliba's tracked him 1-on-1, and unfortunately he's nicked it right, and he's put it in the bottom right. He's pretty much touched the post on the way in.
It has Saliba's tried to reach out with his foot and kind of block it. It has come off his foot and deflected it further away through Raya, which no keeper saving that.
No, absolutely.
It was a good hit, and the deflection just helped it.
It's one of those. You plan for it. They play a high line. It is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the goals afterwards kind of proved that he kind of came back with a vengeance.
But why did we need to? So if you watch the game, yeah, we had the ball. We were in their half. We were trying to get the ball in the box. Nothing was really materialising. Now we went 1-0 down, and after that it was 1 went in, 2 went in, 3 went in.
Yeah,
and it was like, where was that?
You turned it up, really, didn't you? From the looks of it.
Last season, we were winning games in 20th minute. We were already like 1 goal, 2 up, and then after that, the 60th minute came, and then that's when it started to slow down. This season,
you were fast starters. You got a goal up, and then you just sat back and played off the counter.
Well, this season it's slow, concede. Well, not even concede against Southampton, but slow, and then kick into gear.
Yeah, it's a bit like you're spiteful, isn't it? You concede, and then you're just like, nah, I'm not having that, and then you come back and scored all 3. Like,
not leggy from the Champions League.
I mean, he made 3 changes with Sterling coming in for Martinelli, Jorginho coming in for Trossard, I think, and Jesus came in for somebody else.
What a goal I from Havertz. I have to back that.
Yeah, it's actually one of the first goals where I've actually seen him show footballing ability.
Yeah, it was a nice hit, actually. Really nice hit.
That's what I find funny. Those 3 changes that were made, those were the first 3 changes he came off, and then that's when the goals happened.
It's the team.
You can't take any team lightly in the league.
But also, Gav, you can't win a league with 11 players.
No, you need interchangeable players.
That's the problem. You're literally playing probably the second worst team in the league right now, and I mean, are you saying Gabriel Jesus isn't good enough to beat fucking Southampton?
It was a weird one. We brought him in to be that centre forward striker, sit in front of goals, tap it in. He can't do that for us. He hasn't shown it at us. We brought Sterling in to kind of be the backup winger for Martinelli and Trossard. And
the only reason he brought him was how bad Martinelli was, wasn't
it? He was awful, but he started to kick into form now. Sterling, by the way, this is all to the Arsenal fans. Transfer deadline day, I was not pleased with Sterling. The amount
I believe you said that to me when we were watching it.
Yeah. The amount of people that we were linked with. Nico Williams, obviously, he stayed where he was. Pedro Neto. That's just 2 to name a few. Obviously, one stayed at the club, one went to Chelsea. It took to 11 at night to get Sterling.
It's a weird person to bring in. I agree with you. I think with some of the people you were looking at, it's kind of like...
I completely disagree.
He's pish.
Right. Nico Williams would have cost 80-90 million probably. Pedro Neto cost 50, which he wasn't worth, in my opinion. You got Sterling, who is like a 4-time Premier League winner. Arteta's previously coached him, and you've literally got him for a third of his wages because Chelsea is still lumping 2/3 of it. I think that's a steal, mate, on deadline day. Genuinely,
I think it's good business. I just don't think it's the person that I would have gone for.
It's not even just personnel. See, at the time, I'm thinking, oh fuck, okay. I was expecting the Liverpool Sterling, the one that was early doors into City, not this Chelsea one because he was hungry. He wanted to play, he wanted goals, he wanted to show what he can do.
So
in
you don't
it.
want him on again?
2 seconds. He's played a number of games coming off the bench. He started one, I think it was, in the Carabao Cup, and he scored a tap-in. He has been woeful. He's so greedy, it's unbelievable. I say to you, he had an overlap on, where he's running into the Southampton box. You've got, I can't remember who's went on the overlap. Martinelli, Trossard, Saka, and was given that. Even in your kudos, you're given that. He's run straight into the Southampton defender. He hasn't done a step over and lost it. He's run head first.
Did you not think that the reason that Sterling's being more selfish is because of the patch at Chelsea where he's... Well, yeah, the fact that he's been left out. So I get why he's been... I don't agree with it because it's a team sport, right? If there is someone you can lay off to and you know it's going to end up in a goal, just do it. But the reason that he's being greedy is because of the fact that he's come under loads of scrutiny off Chelsea fans and the fact that he was pretty much dropped from the team. So he's just basically been sitting there.
But if he's being greedy and he's holding onto the ball and then you lose the ball, like he did for the Cameron Archer goal, it's going to get worse.
No.
If you're in about the play, you're playing a tiki-taka 1-2 triangles, overlaps, and it comes to goals, you might not be on getting your name on the assist, but you're there.
No, but he's still trying to
You're
prove.
actually performing. No, but you don't need to just prove by goals and assists.
No, but he does. That's the problem.
Well, maybe in his own head he does it. Yeah.
The criticism that he's come under, he wants to prove that he can still bang goals in each season. He can still get a high amount of assists.
He needs to start doing it soon.
One thing I would say is Arteta is very, very adverse to taking any risks, and I genuinely think I agree. He was at fault for the goal probably because he had the ball away, right? And then the rest is kind of history because they've long balled it. It's worked. It's whatever. But I don't think he'll probably start next week. Sorry, when they come back.
Oh no, Martinelli will.
Yeah,
it has to. Unless there's injuries, which touch wood, God forbid, that doesn't happen. But then another thing, we can't depend on Saka to drag us through games again.
I said this to you yesterday. I said this to you today. I didn't realise how much he actually dragged you through that game.
Last season, he didn't have a great season.
No.
He had bits, he had spells, but overall he wasn't good.
There was output, there wasn't Saka. Is that fair?
Yeah. No, that's fair to say. But this season, it's actually like, Havertz he isn't getting in front of goal, he isn't scoring. We'll just give it to Saka, he'll cut in and he'll do his magic. You can't do that because we've done it with Odegaard.
Look at that ball.
And then Odegaard got injured.
Well, this is going to be the big sticking point. Obviously, a lot of people said about obviously Rodri getting injured. If you lose Saka, that's a big blow to your season.
Odegaard isn't that much of a miss for Arsenal against most teams because they sit with 8% possession anyway, or 6% possession anyway, and they can just suffocate you in, and eventually they'll get a goal. Yeah. It's the same as when City don't have De Bruyne.
Yeah.
As much a good a player Odegaard is, it's like if you have 60% of the ball, you're most likely going to get a goal.
Yeah, well, it's if you keep the other team under constant pressure, innit?
Yeah.
Someone will make a mistake, and then you'll get your window.
Exactly.
If you look at the whole squad yesterday, average, except for Saka.
Okay.
For most of the game, it was average. They weren't good, they weren't bad. At one point, you had Saliba and Gabriel both at the Southampton box. That's how high the line was. It wasn't halfway, it wasn't just over, it was all the way up.
I don't think it'd be this, right? 7 games in. But is this season absolutely ripe for Liverpool winning the league this year?
Fuck them all.
With Arsenal not really having it... Well, they get results, but you know what I mean?
Not
and then City have got Rodri out, and they look like they're fucking dog walking, struggling to get through anything.
Do you know what, right? We talked about this at the beginning of the season. If Arne Slot walks into a Klopp side with one change, spending Chip Chiesa, one change.
Okay.
So one player that he's brought in, and he manages to either contest or win the league, that's a master stroke by Liverpool.
You know what? He's also got a new signing. It's not a new signing.
Gavin Birch.
What the fuck's he done, man?
Yeah,
what's he done? He's literally just went.
They've got him on the inhalers, mate. That's what it is.
Well, he said he doesn't like playing there, but he'll play there because he plays good there.
Oh, it's class. He's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Who said it? Something's like it's a mix between Yaya Toure and Patrick Vieira's love child.
Oh, sorry, no, 2 seconds. No, hang about. We're going back to Arsenal. 2 seconds. I saw a post today that Calafiori has shades of Maldini. He already knows.
No,
I've said
don't
this to
start
him.
there.
Has shades of Maldini about him. I think he's had 4 appearances for Arsenal.
He's good.
And he got sent twice by one of the Southampton wingers yesterday.
He's good.
but he's not
But
Maldini.
you need to just chill.
I'm not gonna lie. Settle down, because Maldini is one of the best defenders the planet's ever seen.
Full stop.
Yeah, pretty much. And then this boy's had a couple of games.
He's had a season at Bologna and a
He
Euros.
is good. He has got a high ceiling.
Yeah.
But you can't be comparing one of the best centre backs, one of the most decorated centre backs,
to a geezer who's fair enough. You're right. He's young. He's got potential. He could be really good. But sod off. Absolutely not.
Well, since you've brought this up, I want to bring this up. Somebody said if we go to Anfield and we get a win or a draw, we will go the rest of the season.
Yeah, I believe the quote was. If we don't lose at Anfield, I feel like it'll be an invincible season again.
Don't look at me. I didn't fucking post it.
Where was that? Right. So don't get me wrong. Right, Liverpool. I expected them to absolutely trounced Palace. Fair enough. They only got one goal. All right, but how can a game at Liverpool say that you're going to go invincible? And also,
because what they're saying is, what they're saying is they've been to the Etihad.
We picked up a reluctant fucking job.
And apart from, and they've been to Spurs as well, because you'd usually not associate North London derby losing points as well. But bar that, is their argument is, I guess, bar Anfield, where else is hard to go?
Have we been to Villa Park?
Yes. Yeah, he did.
That's normally a fucking ground the way don't perform at.
Well, you should have won.
An invincible year.
I said you shouldn't have won that.
No, but we did, so it's alright.
Yeah.
I don't see an invincible year happening. I'm sorry, I just...
No, to be honest, I see a banana peel happening.
Yeah.
I can see it.
You know when it happens? I don't know why Arsenal fans get themselves hyped up. Can you start going on about invincible seasons in January? Because you either bottle it in December or April. It's one of the two.
Do you know what I reckon will happen? Is the reason that I don't think you'll go invincible is because Saka will pick up a niggle because he'll be overplayed, and then you'll drop points.
Can we put another reality out there? If Arsenal go unbeaten, but they don't win the league, how class would that be?
Jesus.
I can't take it.
Because that would shut up AFTV going on about how good Invincibles are.
No, it won't.
Of course it would.
No, don't.
You've got Invincible again, but you've not won the league. Surely that's like a...
It won't shut them up. You should know this. It won't.
Unless you go over there with gaffer tape, mate. That's
There's
not
only
happening.
a select few I can watch on that channel. And some of their takes are good. Most of them
Ridiculous. Yeah.
awful.
But no, I don't
Lee
see.
Judges yesterday, he was livid at the performance. He was like, not to be disrespectful to Southampton, but he's like, we should have fucking spun.
No, it's what we should
have done this. We can't go behind and then kick in. Completely agree.
It's what I was saying to you about us in Ipswich. You need those teams, and you're on a different level to us, but those teams you need to be fucking.
You need to turn
smashing the granny out of them.
Yeah, that's a game. See when you beat us 6-0. That's what you should have done at Southampton. You should have turned up and you should have had an absolute go.
Yeah, to be fair, they did play against 11 players on deck chairs that day.
I will tell you now, at the end of the season, it'll come down to goal difference.
No.
But I don't know who.
It'll
come down with goal difference.
I think if Slot can keep Liverpool playing like this, and
but if you look at it now, they're only 1 point.
Yeah, but the worrying thing is, out of the three teams, they're the team actively playing good.
They're playing good football.
Yeah.
You boys seem to be dragging yourselves over the line at times with Saka and
which in the past we've said about City is they don't have to play good, but they still grind out a result. And
yes,
they're doing that.
But City are very much dragged themselves over the line until January, and as soon as it gets to January, they get 18 wins.
No, and I get that. That's what I'm saying. But if we can do that, not by playing well, and grind out results and actually get results, City will do what City fucking does.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool will. I think there'll come a time where it starts to unglue.
I think it will as well. I don't think they've got a big enough squad.
I don't think the wheels will completely fall off. I think one will fall off, and then you'll see that the grit that Arsenal has in you.
Can we get on to the absolute funny topic of United, please?
Oh,
I don't want.
By all means, yeah.
So Eric Tinkler has just saved his job. As of recording this, he saved his job. I don't know yet. Apparently, there's a meeting tomorrow about it. What do we think?
I heard it was earlier tonight.
In all honesty, the performance was abysmal.
Oh, really? Okay.
What today?
I genuinely didn't think United's performance was good. I can't praise them for a lot. What did they do?
That game went on for a day.
Hang on. But there's a difference between. I'm not backing him up, by the way. So let's just get my point out. I don't think he should be the manager of Man United, but I'd love to see him there another 10 years. Still, you cannot go to Villa Park, where Arsenal struggled to win. Every team struggled there for the last 18 months, get a draw and call it abysmal. The game was terrible.
All right,
The performance wasn't shocking.
Right. So, all right, the result, okay, that's not. But the actual way they played was awful. I don't think they didn't play a bit of good football at all.
I think Villa were nursing a bit of a hangover. I think
agree.
during it. Watkins, I don't believe had a shot on target. Morgan Rogers didn't have a shot on target. Duran came on. Did he?
Yeah.
I know he did, but where was he? He didn't do an awful lot.
I think the only reason they got a draw was because of the fact that Villa couldn't finish their dinner, not the fact that United were good. In all honesty,
the amount of in American football field goals that they flew over the bar. Honestly, they flew over the bar. Like, nah. Onana wasn't tested.
Nah.
So you'd sack him then?
Onana was fucking with the fans.
We'll see. No, because I'm bitter.
No. Would you, if you were a Man United fan right now, would you sack him?
Yes.
Well, really? Okay.
Bye.
Yeah.
Take your 2 fucking League Cups with you. Fuck off.
So I wouldn't even hold the door open for him. I'd be kicking him straight out.
So who do you bring in?
That's the only reason why you wouldn't. That's the only thing. There's a thread of the string that's left, and that is it. Who do you bring in?
The problem is, right, if you could basically turn around, right, and the manager didn't have a choice, because let's face it, at the moment it's a poison chalice, right? You're taking a team that has finished 5 managers off. Like, you sit there and you go, right, so who could you bring in? Potts should probably want to come back to the Prem.
No, he's managing the USA now.
Oh, yeah.
I think for the money though, mate. The biggest thing for United is money.
He's just signed. He's just signed for America.
If it's not Potts, I don't think Potter would be stupid enough to take that job.
There's a familiar face for United fans that I've heard.
Fuck off.
Rumoured to
if
be.
Solskjaer comes back, they're not going to play any better.
To be honest, he can't do any worse. He can't do any worse. And you know what? He actually didn't play. He wasn't actually awful.
They've scored 5 goals in 7 games.
Yeah. And he spent 600.
Solskjaer will get goals at that team.
Yeah, but he'll concede a fuck ton more as well.
I mean, you don't fucking care if you're outscoring what you're conceding.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Is that the level Man United's got to now?
I think they have to realise that they're not.
Yeah, I don't know why they can't go for. I mean, we just said Andrew's slightly over the fire. Why not go for it? I've been sending Andrew to everyone at the moment. I don't know why Liverpool didn't go for him. But
does what Ange get a song out with that team?
No.
You know what I mean?
I think he plays. Yeah, yes, I'd say so.
I'm not too sure.
Gazner at Palace, but I mean, some people would argue he's isn't a big enough manager to go Man United. They should have had Francesco in there the chance. They didn't.
There is one manager who's also a familiar face.
Oh, get him in. Absolutely.
Yeah, go on.
I tell you what, be careful what you wish for, because if you got him in, you'd win the league.
He only had 6 months the first time.
Well, better part of the season.
I thought he only really had about 6 months.
It wasn't.
He wanted Gareth Bale and he got Marouane and Fellaini.
There you go. That is enough said.
No, Fellaini at Everton, dude.
No, but I tell you what,
if Man United.
If Moyes is a European Cup winner, why isn't he in the link for the Man United job?
Well, the
if
thing
he's
is,
that good a manager,
that's got to be one of their targets.
Steve Clark popping his clogs at Scotland, and then he can fucking speak.
Honestly, I agree with you, because my answer is, right, what's their target? Because it's not to win the league, because they've got no chance. So they'll go for another cup.
I watched a really interesting thing about with a Liverpool fan. I know it's probably a bit biased for a Liverpool fan, but I think he's actually right. Is they need to adjust where they are. It's like what some Liverpool fans are doing when like they were finishing 7th, 6th, 4th, 7th, 6th, 4th, 5th. It's been, I think this year, Mark said 11 years without Fergie.
Yeah.
They've not won a league.
No.
So you aren't looking to win the league.
No, you're not on that.
Aim for that top 6.
You're looking at.
Yeah, you're looking to climb. But you also, like you said, they probably are looking for cuts. Well, then what you're saying is right. Yeah, if Moyes, like with all the stupid media outlets, if Moyes is sitting there, he's a European Cup winner, take him.
I've
see if you can win.
Why are they not interested in him?
Because he's pish.
I've said this countless times. Ten Hag is a cup manager. He can win one-off games.
Yeah, look at Man
but
City
when it comes to leagues,
he's not good enough.
He can't consistently do it. He doesn't have a second game plan when you're going away to Ipswich and Ipswich are 2-0 up.
But for me,
He doesn't have another way of changing the way of playing.
if I'm a United fan, the bit that would do me in is how arrogant he is.
Yeah,
I don't think he's arrogant. I think he's stupid.
I'm not gonna lie to you, he looked chuffed today. I mean, I'd be chuffed as well with a point of Villa Park, but still, he looked chuffed today. I mean, how you've left Rashford on by that long?
Rashford didn't get sent off. Is also a joke.
Yes, that's fair enough. Probably should.
It's a second yellow, and he needs binned, but they didn't do it because the refs bottled us.
Yeah,
I think good we segue into that. Referees are really starting to fucking bug me now because Rashford got booked for a foul. 2 minutes later, he's committed the same foul. So why is he then getting a fucking final warning after the yellow?
Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
If he keep doing it, so if I keep punting you in the ankle,
problem is,
and then I'll get a yellow and I continue to do it.
Yeah.
Then you deserve red. If it's a child, and they're doing one thing, and you go, stop that, or I'll put you in the naughty corner, and they continue to do it.
Problem is, right, is you're going to get hounded from pundits for not sending him off, or for Villa fans for not sending him off, because two decisions, he should be sent off.
Yeah.
But you got pundits that would turn around and go, well, it was a heat of the moment. He's still up here 2 minutes after that first yellow. You're ruining the game by sending him off.
That's tough. You're a professional.
I'm one of them that sit there and go, you know what you're doing.
What is happening? I like it.
Well,
I'm agreeing with you. I
agree with you as well. I partly agree with Jay. The refs, too, either scared to make a big change in the game because he should have been sent off. Because I don't care. He's still angry about it. That's fine. But you've gone and cleared him out again. You've had no intent on the ball. You've taken the man. So it's a second yellow. And the pundit side of it, it's showing passion. No, it's not. For the refs need to stand up, and that needs to be. You're gone.
They need to know the difference between that. They're showing passion, and then there's one that's just got disregard for the rules.
Yeah, I tend to agree. There's another perfect opportunity there about refs that bottled it. I mean, look at that Everton one. Joe does me about that Everton penalty. I mean, I'm sorry, and I don't care what anyone says. Dan Burn knows what he is doing. We literally gave a penalty away at St James's Park for that last year, and apparently it was a stonewaller because he kicked through his leg. He didn't get the chance to kick through his leg because he was fucking literally. Dan Burn knows what he's doing, getting entangled there.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 one for me because it looks like there's intent, but you're never going to know. For me, it looks like he puts.
But then the consistency, because he doesn't think James Tarkowski should have considered a penalty.
No, 2 seconds.
No, that's literally been.
There's an argument.
No, is that not what he said?
There's an argument for it not being given because the amount of corners and set pieces you see tussling and people getting flung about.
But he didn't get tussled. That was like a move out of WWE.
But you have that every week.
No. But
not that.
Not to the certain extent. Yeah. But you do have that.
I agree with you, right? You get the handsiness and you get the pulling and the grabbing. I completely agree. But he has literally just gone sod off and flung him. And
for us every week, sometimes.
Yeah, but he's clever than that.
And he does that. Yeah, but you're still having that though. You're still having the bit of physicality. That was judo.
It was ridiculous.
I think it is right to be given as a foul.
Card? I don't even know if he got a card.
No.
It is right to be given as a foul. But
is it a penalty?
But there's also other ones you need to look at.
Is it a penalty?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Some of the corners need looked at. I do agree with you. Some of the corners.
Yeah, well, they're the worst fucking aspect for it last year. Putting the right on the goalkeeper every fucking week.
I know, but that's a foul. Yeah, but it's not aggressive.
No, but
he just likes fucking playing.
I agree with you. Some of the pulling and the grabbing and when the player just basically went over and tackled Bowen to the floor, not even looking at the ball, it's a foul every day of the week. And I agree with you with that. That does need looked at by a ref. But Tarkowski, as a professional defender,
he's judo flips.
What are you doing?
That was my thing. Is the amount of those ones that aren't given. Why?
Do you know what annoyed me though?
That one you kind of have to because the shirt's off.
Yeah. No, but they were almost not going to give it.
Yeah,
the refs looked at an angle going, where's the ball? I can tell you where the ball is. Nowhere fucking close.
Yeah, it's not near Tonali. He's just flipped him. He has literally judo flipped him.
By the way, Tonali falls over easy and I'll happily think of that.
I've got a hang because then there's where was it? A few weeks back we were on about it. Where it's not a foul in the referee's eyes because it's not affecting play because he's not going to get to the ball. So it's not a foul because it's not affecting play. So then why is that one a foul? Because it's not affecting play.
Well,
Because Tonali's never going to.
It is affecting play because when he puts the cross in,
he's
Tonali's been taken out. Of the
No,
game.
no, but Tonali's never going to get to the ball.
No, but to be fair,
but
he's just committed GVH on a strike.
No, but you know what I mean.
all night.
But that's a grey area.
No, because the
That
reason
one's not.
No, I get the reason it was given
if he's
because
not getting to the ball, if he's not going to get to it, he's not affecting play.
but he didn't get a
He was
chance,
never-
mate.
No, but he was never going to get to it. Where the ball landed, he was never going to get to it.
But that, you don't know that before they kick the ball is the problem.
I know where it was landed.
Yeah, but
It landed.
Yeah, but what I mean is you don't know as they got to kick the ball and he's flung him. Like
No, but you know what I mean, no.
I do, but there's also he's involved in active play.
You know what they need to be really careful of as well is this delaying the game now, because Arsenal fans are sitting on this waiting for a bad decision, because there was one today that springs to mind in the Man United Villa game where Rodgers walked it off and actively threw it not quite in the right place, and there was one in our game, I know about that, and there was definitely one in the Spurs game. They need to be so careful. I think they're depending on it now, what teams they think play quick. Mm-hmm. So Man United, it was Villa picking it up against Man United. Man United never take a quick free kick, so I don't think they give a fuck. But I don't think it should be like that.
No. I think now obstruction, any of that shit, just yellow him straight away.
Yeah,
because I think the problem is the refs need to come down hard because all this soft touch crap, it's not working. Players are taking the mickey out of it, and like Veltman today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I think with the tussle that he had, don't get me wrong, Maddison went down like it was just ridiculous. But like,
he went down
and then Maddison touches his chest and he nearly does a backflip to hit the floor. Like
it was so slow.
And then he's cleared like 2-3 people out, and you sit there going, you got like the problem is the refs. It's the same thing we've said every single time. Consistency is nowhere. We don't actually know where we're standing with the refs at the moment.
Referees are afraid to put the stamp on the game early on.
Yeah, because the problem is, mate, is every single pundit and us as well probably don't. You want to be able to watch a game without knowing who the ref was.
Yeah.
You can't.
If you can watch a game without being able to name the ref, it's been a good game of football.
Like bad Pat. I know who done the Villa game. It's Rob Edwards.
Yeah, and I know who done the Spurs game. David Cook.
Yeah. How could you hate Cook?
It's so bad.
They're
all bad.
Scoot.
They're all bad. Even the best one we've got, Oliver, he's shit and on.
Who do you have next week?
It's a good question.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Right.
Who do we have fucking...
We have Spurs at away. That's just...
Who do we have?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I'm confident.
I am confident. I obviously, I know you'd say I'm Mr. Positivity, but in all honesty, with the way that Spurs have played the last couple of games when I've watched them, I'm not worried. We've had a slow start.
You haven't played Newcastle yet, have you?
No.
Going back to that thing, I think St James's Park's as hard as Anfield.
It's a rough game to go to.
I think Man City showing that.
Well, we have a tough game next.
Oh, you know now.
Yeah, when I look Bournemouth away. That is tough for us. We never play well at their ground ever.
The problem is though that it's like chalk and cheese, mate. Your team should be kind of slapping them about.
Yeah, did you not beat
not to slag off Bournemouth, and by the way, but like that you are a league above Bournemouth.
Well, we're into another international break, which by the way is not needed. There's no need for this. I think the next one after this is like January, February times. That's all right.
Yeah,
I thought it was November. I thought there was another one in November.
Don't do that.
No,
I don't think it is, but who knows?
Do we think the golden age of defending's done?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, I think that there's
elaborate on that.
There seems to be
we have Maldini at Arsenal, so you need to elaborate.
So
on that.
obviously, like
you have a player called Maldini.
Calafiori being compared to Maldini, which is mental. Like there is such a dwarf, in my opinion, between the quality of, like, say, the top 2 centre backs and all the rest in the league, in my opinion. And
yeah, we do. November.
I just feel like most of the centre backs are bang average. There's not a lot where you sit there and you scream, they're unreal. You obviously got Van Dijk, he's top. Saliba, yeah, you have to give him, he's one of the best in the league. I'd say Diaz would have to be up there, but he's been off the burner for a while.
We barely have centre-backs that are just centre-backs.
Yeah.
You have the fair few with Rudiger, Van Dijk, players like that. Also at Arsenal. The only one we really have is Saliba.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Possibly Gabriel, depends. But Calafiori can play anywhere in the back line. Timber, anywhere in the back line. Tierney, anywhere in the back line, Kivior, centre back, left back. They're all versatile. You barely have the Van Dijks where it's your centre back. That's it.
Yeah,
You can't play like Joe Gomez at Liverpool.
yeah.
I try to play him at right back.
I don't think it's necessarily you've gone past the goal near defending. It's just defending has completely changed.
Yeah, it's just I don't
Because
know.
if you ask Poyar Maldini to do what Saliba or Van Dijk are doing right now, they can't do it.
Well, here's a question: has it evolved? Has it perished?
perished, in
Defending.
my opinion.
No, it's evolved. It's absolutely evolved. Look at Van Dijk. Van Dijk is better, in my opinion, in his prime than John Terry. I don't think there's even an argument.
I don't agree.
He does- John Terry.
No. Who's the place?
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk's better than John Terry in his prime.
I don't agree.
And John Terry has the best defensive record in one season under Mourinho.
Yeah.
And I still think Van Dijk's better.
Maybe it has
No,
evolved.
but you like Rose centre backs.
No. I like old school centre backs. Is my issue. I like old school defending.
But you are wrong.
And that's enough of that.
Not as old as Gav.
I don't know. For me, it just feels like there's such a dwarf now between there being 2 or 3 top end ones in the league, and the rest are just kind of.
I'd say the most endangered position right now is winger. You don't really have a winger right now.
That's another yin. You're not just a winger anymore.
No, you're a centre.
You can thank Johan Cruyff, Pep Guardiola, and Arteta.
Yeah,
That's who started it off, right?
Wenger was doing it before.
Yeah, but Wenger done a 4-4-2 with 2 strikers. I mean,
No, but you know what I mean. He brought.
what I mean is there was no inverted fullbacks and inverted wingers and wide playmakers and fucking Bernardo Silva going out to the right wing, even though he's a centre mid. And
But when Van Persie came in, I'm positive he was a winger. Then he was changed to the.
that was just Wenger's thing. Wenger done that with Henry as well.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Though? He was doing it back then, so it was getting.
I
done
mean,
back
positions though, not players. Positions have died. Ben White's a right back. Ben White's not a right back 15 years ago.
No.
You ain't good enough.
No.
I don't know if Ben White's a footballer, but I'm being honest. He doesn't fit in that era. For me personally.
Also, one more. Now, do we reckon that Postecoglou and Ten Hag are the 2 top-rated managers to get sacked, or do we reckon Gary O'Neill's up there?
I mean, Gary O'Neill does need to look up. I think it'd be a mistake.
I think it would be a mistake I think Ten Hag's arguably probably saved his job, depending on what happens in this meeting. But I think arguably he saved it. I think I like the way Postecoglou plays, but he's not been proactive enough, and I don't know what's going on. Whether it is right, and he's looking at the team going, I don't know how to get a result out of this lot. But I mean, surely it's got to be between those 3.
They have had injuries, though.
I'd say it's between Glasner, Ten Hag, and Sean Dyche.
You think Dyche will get sacked?
I think you need to chuck another name in there.
I don't think Everton will go through another year of almost being down the bottom all season. And by the way, they should, because that's unfortunately where their team is, because their team is not good.
No.
But
you need to chuck in, what's his name, Southampton, Scottish boy. Why have I forgot his name?
No, but the problem is, it depends on the... I always think it depends on the owner. Look at...
Is it McKenna? No.
Nah. Tell you now.
Burnley kept Vincent Kompany. They went down. They try to play good football. That's what Southampton are trying to do. What do priority teams want?
Yeah, no. So, obviously Ipswich, when at least at their home
he won't
ground,
get sacked. He will not get sacked.
No, I don't think he'll get sacked either.
Russell Martin, who did they play Monday night? They did not look good. They were goals down in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He was under the caution, and they started to come back a bit. I think he'll be one where it's a very short fuse for them.
I do think
another 2 losses and he's out the door.
Because I towards the top end of the table, the 2 that I would say that are in trouble is probably Postecoglou and Ten Hag. No matter whether with this draw or not,
if you're looking up,
yeah, they're definitely the 2 in trouble.
By the way, yes, put Lopetegui probably in that as well. I don't think so from a fan perspective, but the club don't listen to the fans. So
I think if you sack him, that is a mistake.
Yeah,
ridiculously. He's signed a whole squad.
Yeah,
a whole starting 11. You're going to sack him.
Yeah.
You can't be like...
Well, Ten Hag's on a complete squad.
No, but you know what I mean? You can't... No, I mean, one chance from it. He's literally trying to implement his way of playing in the West Ham, and then you're going, Ken, in the summer, have as much as you want, get who you want. by November you're not going to be here.
Yeah, and then fling him. It
What's
makes no
fucking point?
sense.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think you probably how the board thinks you're going to have to put him in that mix. I don't agree.
And your board needs to have a
I'm sure he'd have gone for about 15 years, but it ain't going to happen. But thank you very much for watching. That's us back. We will be doing stuff during the international break, trying to keep someone excited because I fucking hate international breaks.
Because otherwise we'll get as bored as you will.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you like Gavin Smile. And I'll see you next week.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.